Hello, George. I'd like to purchase the property that you have listed in Fort Myers, Florida on Palm Beach Avenue. A friend of mine sent this listing to me and she said, Luke, take a look at this one. I'm sure you know who should use this property. You love figuring these kinds of properties out. Take a look at this one. Help me figure this one out. And so I started looking at it and I was scratching my head because there's a bus stop in front of the property and it's, oh man, previous property I had to move the bus stop and went through all the rigmarole of moving the bus stop to get access to the property. And then I started looking at it some more. And there's a sign in the middle of the property. A couple different properties I've had. I got to like work with removing the sign or the easements around the sign and stuff to be able to put the high traffic retail that I want to put on the property in there. Started looking at the diagrams a little closer and you got all the arrows going through the property next door. The access goes through the driveway and in from the left side if you're looking at it from the street side of the property into it. So I don't have to build a driveway. I don't have to move the bus stop. The sign for the church that's in the middle of the property doesn't appear to have easements or restrictions or covenants or something. It looks like a friendly gesture to be able to put the sign up there. So maybe I can come up with a friendly gesture and move the sign around accordingly to fit retail on this property. So I'm happy. I love to figure those kinds of things out and looking at them. And thanks for answering questions. Thanks for taking my call, answering questions about this property. And I love the traffic that's going by on this property. My name's Luke Smith. I love to study traffic on high traffic retail properties like this one you have here. And the traffic is my business case scenario. I like to look at that traffic. I like to see where those people are shopping. I like to see where they're stopping. I like to see how much time they're spending at those shops. And when they're spending time at those shops, they're spending money at those shops. I like to look at the receipts of how much they're spending in those shops. And when they're visiting, they're frequenting, and they're coming back to those shops and they're spending money at those shops, I can create a persona of who those customers are. And that persona resonates with other personas around the country that are much like that, where those people are shopping at those same brands. They're also shopping at another brand that's missing, or another half dozen brands that are missing right here that could go here that don't know it yet, but they ought to be here. And so that's where I come in. I like to take property like yours, present it to the people who run those brands or work with those brands or operate the shops for those brands in lots of different ways and say, this is a new place for you. This is a place where I could build a shop for you. I can make it really easy for you to move into this location and generate more revenue out of your business by operating another location. I'll help you with the grand opening. I'll help you with stocking the shelves. I'll help you with whatever you need help with to make this shop happen and grow your business. And they love to hear that. And so when I present that to them, I do it with my numbers and my data and my statistics about how much business is happening, because I want to be able to charge them rent that is commensurate with the level of business that's happening in the area that allows me to go build the shop, stock the shelves, help with the grand opening and all those kinds of things to make their shop happen. So if you're interested in this kind of approach, take a look at the offer that I've included with this video and the proof of funds that says I can pay for it. And that offer is asking for some time. I'm asking for some time to talk to the tenants, work with the tenants, and get their buy-in. I want them to say, Luke, let's do it again. We did it over here. Let's do it over here. Let's change the name. Let's change the location. Let's copy the same paperwork as before. And let's do it again on this property. And when they say that, I'll come back to you and say, let's close as fast as we can. I got somebody and we're going to run with it. So I got a couple different tenants in mind that I think will work perfect on this property. But I also like to go pitch it to a whole bunch of others that fit here statistically that ought to use this one and pit them against each other. I think if we get a couple of them working against each other, it happens even faster and I get better numbers out of it and everybody wins. So if you're interested in that kind of offer, take a look at my offer. Get back to me. Let me know. Let me know if you have any questions. Love to answer questions. Let's make this happen. If you're interested in that kind of data and those kinds of questions, check out the link below. We've got a link there that goes back to my community. We talk about brands and tenants and deals and all kinds of who, what, where, when, and how to make these projects happen, right? And so we go back and forth, a lot of awesome, amazing people in there sharing information of their other projects and their deals, and I do the same. We compare notes and we learn from each other. We create new tools that we can have in our toolbox to tackle the next project. If you're interested in that, hit that link in the description below and go check that out. There's free presentations I do in there and live back and forth interactive sessions. Check out the community and see if one of those interests you or a series of those interests you. That'd be great to see you on the other side there as well. If you're interested in owning these kinds of properties, either be it a coffee shop or a car part shop or an ice cream shop, tire changing shop, a oil changing shop, a burger shop, a taco shop, a burrito shop, and a cell phone shop. There's a bunch of different projects like this I've got in the pipeline that I would like to hand off on the other side to recapitalize and use the money to do more deals like this. If you're interested in that kind of finance, you'd like to own these kinds of shops, but to collect the rent and collect the depreciation going forward, let me know. My contact information is on ruralvacantland.com. I would love to talk to you about those properties, those projects, and other future ones out coming up, ones that aren't spoken for, and see if I make them yours. Maybe a whole portfolio of them. Reach out to me, let me know. I'm not asking for top dollar price. I'm looking to just make it easy, hand them off, and I can recapitalize and go do more of what I love to do, making these vacant shops full or vacant land shops that are paying rent going forward. If you're interested in more videos like this, hit subscribe. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. See you in the next one. Bye.